moving slower maybe than we would sometimes in person. Sometimes I think we rush through warming up. So let's take our time with this. Let's get the body warm, get the body loose. So in our bridges, weight in the heels, lift the hips. Make sure that you can look up and see your thighs and your knees. Otherwise, you might be bridging a little too high. So we're going to keep that upper back flat on the ground. From there, we're going to flip over onto our hands and knees and go into our cat-cow. We're going to draw the belly up and in. And then reverse it, drop your down, chin up, chest up. Push down into your hands a little bit. This one, so good right now to just try to loosen up the middle part of the body, where we keep a lot of tension. Maybe you're sitting a lot right now. And regardless, there's not a lot of tension there. So we just want to loosen that up, kind of make these a little bit more exaggerated maybe. Once we finish our 5 cat-cow, we come down to our forearms. We're just going to take one hand behind the head. And this one, I want you to really just feel what's happening in your shoulders and your upper back. We're trying to open that up a little bit, get a little movement through there. So that's an area that's actually supposed to be fairly mobile, and it gets very, very tight. So this is a mobility exercise. Trying to just get some movement back in there. We've got 8 of these on one side, and then we'll switch and do 8 on the other side. Not a lot of twisting in the middle part of your body, just the upper torso. And then from there, we're moving to our bird dogs on hands and knees. So we're going to extend one arm to the opposite leg. Draw the belly up into the spine. Go slow. Take your time. That's 10 on each side. We're going to take this as an opportunity to try to establish stability. So press down with the hand that's on the ground. Extend that leg back nice and straight. Strong heel. Remember, it's not coming higher than your bum. It's just going straight back in a nice straight line. Toe to the floor. And we're just going to keep squeezing the ribs toward the hips. And trying to maintain a flat back so that if you were laying on your back, if we're going to do an exercise today, you guys all know dead bugs. That's actually a bird dog on your back. So think about it when we're bird dogging, imagine your dead buggies on your back. You got to keep your back flat. So once we get 10 on each side, take your time, finishing as you're ready. We'll all meet in standing. Take some of the layers off already. It's cold out, you guys. And we're going to go into arm circles back for 10. So nice big circle back, biceps up by the ears. Today's a circuit style workout. So we're going to have 3 circuits of 3 exercises each. We'll do them all 3 times through. We get a little bit, each circuit has a little bit of cardio, something that's more core stability, and then something that's core, like core on the floor. Go ahead and bring the arms forward, big reach up. Gotcha. As always, I'll show different modifications for things to make them more or less challenging. You pick your choice today. So this is going to be about your body, your workout, what's going to work best for you physically, mentally, and emotionally right now as well. 5 toe touch squats. So arms come up. We're going to round it down. We get the toes. You can bend the knees. You can round your back. Tuck your butt and make sure the heels stay down. We're just going to sit down into that. Then right arm, left arm, and we stand up. We get 5. So what that means is today, working out right now should be a form of self-care. We're working out because our health is important to us. We want to stay active. It makes us feel good. So you want to stay in that feel-good zone and not push too hard today, but kind of know what it is that you might be wanting to get out of this workout today, and then go there. Gate openers here, so we open out to the side. Do whatever you want to do with your arms. Hips is fine, out to the side, whatever. Up and over the baby gate. We'll get 10 of these on each side. So when we give options, remember, it's really about where you want to be, how you want to challenge yourself, and what serves your body best, and not simply doing whatever I'm doing or doing what you think you should be doing. You're just going to do whatever suits your body best. So up and around for 10 on each side. And then we're going to go through this first circuit. I'll time everything today. Since we haven't done it yet, you might want to keep the first exercise a little lower intensity, but it's up to you. So, hi Robin, I'm just going to mute you, or you can mute you. Hang on. There we go. Welcome. All right, so our first exercise squat. Now, pop squats can be very advanced, or we can modify to make them less advanced. So your choices today, a full pop squat is jump out into a squat, bring the feet together, out into a squat, making sure that it's a squat and not like a whatever that is. Modify that, step out, squat, bring it together, other way, squat, bring it together. And of course, the depth of your squat will modify that as well from a difficulty standpoint. So you want harder squat deeper, you want less hard squat higher. 3, 2, and we go. Modify, step and squat. You want to advance, out, up and in. Now, if we're doing this full pop squat, I want you to keep it moving. So no stopping, no stopping. Otherwise, we're going to come to that modify, out and squat. Yeah, and so then we're going to find, where's the challenge? Do I want to get lower? Everybody's going to sit weight in the heels, lean forward a little bit. Your hips are probably tight, so we're going to need that forward lean, less than 10. Sit it down, you got it. 5, 4, 3, last one. Okay, this next exercise. This exercise is slow. We're gonna lift the knee. We're gonna take it over, tap, bring it up, set it down. So, stability, balance. 3, 2, here we go. Remember which leg you started on, so that when you finish with the other one. Arms can be out, arms can be on hips. This exercise translates to a lot of single leg stability for things we do in other exercises or other routines like single leg deadlifts, any single leg that requires stability from the ground up. So we're pushing down on that foot, get tall, pull your rib cage in and down. Always working, the higher this leg is, the harder it is, and the more you balance. Finish it, make sure you finish it on the leg that you didn't start on, and relax. If you have a band or a weight and you want it on a dead bug, you can use it. So without a weight, a dead bug is one arm and the opposite leg out, and switch. Now, some folks get very confused and the arms start doing this. If that's the case, just hold something in your hands. If you want to have a dumbbell or a band, you can take it back. Dumbbell is in each hand or band around the hands. And you can take your arms back both at the same time. Adds a layer of difficulty. Either way, pin your low back to the ground. Don't let that back arch. 3, 2, 1. You go. One leg out. Bring it back. Opposite side. So heels coming towards the floor, but not all the way down. We are pressing that low back flat. Do not let that back arch. Ooh, that's the goal here. Now, the closer the leg is to the floor, the harder that is. So just play with it. See where you can get to without your low back getting mad at you. You have 3, 2, finish on both sides. Awesome. Everybody rest. We have 30 seconds rest. We're going to do that again. Nice work. So that's one circuit down. We're going to do it 3 total times and then we'll move on. If you decide that you want to take this up a notch on this second round with your pop squats, you can. But we're definitely going to keep this one the way it is. Because the goal of that is to be so tall and so strong and so stable. All the way from the foot to the top of your head. And we're going to start with half squats. So, full squat or that out and squat. Let's see if we can squat lower this time. 3, 2, and we go. Squat in. If we're pop squatting, your challenge is to try to keep this moving so there's not a lot of stop and pause. So we can just keep going and keep that momentum. I know normally I don't like you to use momentum, but in a power exercise, the more you stop and start, you keep losing power, and your body's got to regenerate it. It makes it a lot more challenging, but not in a good way. Here we are squatting low. Bring it back together. Sit it back. 5 seconds. You got it, you guys. Keep it moving. 3, 2, 1. Woo. Deep breath. Find your tallest posture. So when we stand up straight, Pull the shoulders back. Now, rib cage down. Tailbone tucked. Now we're gonna go into that up and over. All right, here we go. So arms out maybe at hips. I like arms out. I think it just really helps us establish our big open body posture and that we're trying to be tall, slow. So this is an exercise where the higher this leg, the slower we go, the harder. Now, pay attention to what's happening to the hip on the leg that you're standing on. Is that hip dropping at all? Try to keep your hips level, because if that hip is dropping, that's an indicator we got some weakness on that side. 3, 2, relax. So if I go to lift this hip up and this hip falls down, it means this glute medius is weak, and that means our pelvis is unstable a lot of the time, which causes issues in our low back. So just try to pay attention and try to keep your hips level. All right, dead bug. You can hold a band or weight if you like and take it back behind, or you can do one arm opposite the leg. Take these slow. 3, 2, ready, you go. One leg out. So, upper body's resting down, head and torso. But you can use the arms, take them back. Reach that leg, reach it, get long, extend. So very much like our standing exercise. Imagine your posture getting so long. We're pulling that low back into the mat. Pull it all in and down towards the floor. You got it. Take your time. No rush. Should be at least 2 counts. Finish both sides. And relax. Rest is starting. You may take some time standing up if you like. You may grab a drink of water. We're going to get one more round of this circuit, starting with our pop squats. And then we'll go from there. So this last round, when we do that high knee step over, try to pay attention to what's happening. Are we having trouble on this side, keeping this hip level when we lift that knee? If so, then just pay attention to what's happening in that side of the booty. All right, starting with our pop squats, high or low impact. Last time, ready, and you go. So either way, I don't care if it's high or low. And the other thing is, remember that it doesn't have to be the same the whole time. You could do 10 seconds of high impact pop squats and then finish with low. Where are we today from an energy standpoint? It's not always the same that entire 30 seconds. So either way, give me your lowest, most beautiful squat. You guys look awesome. Last time we'll squat today. Promise. Promise. No more squats coming. We have less than 10 seconds. All the way down. Press up through the heels. 4, 3, last one. Woo, relax. Deep breath. Exhale. All right. We're going to get a longer break in a second, but let's finish these last 2 exercises. Get tall. Posture. Rib cage in like the robot, right? Here we go. Up and over. So the only way, or the only reason to do arms low is if you want to put them on your hips and feel what's happening at your hips. If your pelvis is dipping, we want that pelvis to stay square, even, slow. That knee's coming up past your hip. Sometimes I forget and I start doing the gate opener. You know, your mind starts to wander and you're like, wait, what? No, up and over, over back. Feel how much your core has to work here. Stable. Still. So we got to get both sides. Make sure you finish on the leg that's not the one you started on. Up and over. Awesome. Dead good. Maybe we're using the weight again, maybe not. Either way, I want you to take these slow this last time. Take your time. Really feel that belly button going in. 3, 2, and we go. Take it back and reach. Draw it in. Extend, stretch. Back together. Reach, 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 reach. So pulling your belly button in. Rinse it. Full squeeze. Breathe. So I want you to inhale on the way out. Exhale as you pull your leg in. So we would inhale and then exhale as you bring that all back in together. Squeeze. Make sure to finish opposite where you started. 3, 2, 1. All right, take your time coming up. We got a 4-minute break here. Moving into our second side. Second exercise. So this round you won't need any bands or anything. Total body weight circuit here. So, we're gonna go legs, cardio, core, in that order. Now, legs is a little bit of cardio too, because you guys know skaters get your heart rate up. So, when we do our skaters, I want you to bring your knee to your other knee. So you guys have been with me a long time, know that I've always done skaters crossing back behind. And then Megan came to us, and Megan was like, well, we do need a knee. You know, this is kind of a little bit more dangerous because it can torque your knee, and I thought she was so right about that point. So I have adjusted the way that I do skaters. So we're gonna go side to side with the knee meeting the other knee. There's still, you know, lower impact would be step and touch and just squat into that. Higher, of course, would be a full hop, get up in the air. You still have those options, but let's just avoid the cross back because that can be a little bit more challenging. On your knees. All right, skaters, here we go. 4, 3, ready, let's do it. So we're either gonna hop it side to side, knee meets the knee, or stay low in this, keep it fast moving, but we don't have to hop. We can take the impact out. Joints, high and low impact is all about joints. So what can our joints tolerate? Maybe our feet as well. If we have any joint issues, we just take the impact out. The intensity stays. 10 seconds, let's go. Maybe we're lower. So you can still make this crazy intense without jumping by sitting down lower. Yes, 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay. We're gonna do cross punches. The stance for a cross punch is not really a squat. It's almost like a start of a plie. So you're gonna tuck your butt, ribs down, flat here. Booty tucking, but my knees are bent. And then when I cross, I'm gonna bring my lower body along with me so that I'm not crossing like this, which torques your knees as well. So, if we're going fast, I just kind of pick up my feet. So it's like step, 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 step. All right, we're crossing. In 3, 2, ready, let's go. Tuck it, cross it. So, again, we can make this very fast. Keep your core really tight though, because if you're going fast, you don't want to torque your low back. Either way, make contact with some. Hit it hard. Make that forceful. Bam, bam, bam. So you're really using power from your upper body, and just be sure the lower body's coming along for the ride. You guys look so good. 10 seconds, powerful. I love it. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Okay, catch your breath while you watch this exercise. On your back, we're gonna do leg lowers, but we're gonna have both legs up, and we're gonna lower one. Keep the other in the air. Same thing as our dead bug, not to arch the back. If this is too much on your lower back, bend your knees, drop your heel. So we just shorten that lever up. So go ahead and come on down, and I'll tell you all about why we want this leg in the air, and normally we don't do it that way when we rest. So both legs up, remember you can bend your knees. We're gonna drop the right leg. Ready, you go. Right leg, slow. Pull it back up. Now, I don't want your heel to touch the ground. And I'll tell you all about why later. But it should come close, and of course we're fighting arching the back. So do not let your back arch. Go as low as you can without arching. But I don't want that leg all the way to the ground. 10 seconds. Pretend someone's there, just tug it a little bit on your ankle. They're kind of arm wrestling you, and you're like, nope, not gonna happen. Pull it back up. Last one. We're gonna go left leg down. 3, 2, and you go. So, left leg. If you would need to modify this, bend your knees, drop your heel. So you can just shorten that range of motion, that lever, to make it less challenging on the low back. Draw your belly button into the spine. This is the same type of exercise as a dead bug. Our goal is to not arch our back. Now, we're getting great hip flexion work here as well. Strengthening that hip, which is a good thing too. 3, 2, 1. You go ahead and rest. Let me tell you. And those of you guys who are here all the time, which most of you are, you know that normally when we do leg lowers as a corrective, we keep one leg down and we lower the other leg. That's because in that exercise, my main goal the mobility that you have in your hips. So I need both of your hips squared to the ground. In this exercise, I'm not doing that, but that's why I don't want your leg to touch the floor. Because if this leg was down, very few of us would be at 90 degrees with this other leg. So that's the reason why it's different, because I know sometimes you're like, why is it like this sometimes and this way? It's not. That's why I'm focusing more on our core right now. When we do it as an corrected, we're focusing on hip mobility and improving hip mobility. All right, how are we doing? We still up? Everyone's still with me? Cool. All right, so we're going back from the top into our skaters. We got skaters, cross punches, and then those single side leg lowers. Knee to knee, 3, 2, and we go. So maybe it's here, low impact, and we're gonna get down into it. Maybe we wanna add a tiny little bit of plyometric and give that a little hop. Everybody's gonna lean forward a little bit because this is kind of like a squat, right? So we gotta lean forward, and we're trying to get our weight back here in the booty, outside of the thighs. Maybe you wanna get lower and keep the impact out, just grind out those legs. You got that too. It works, 10 seconds. Come on, whole foot coming flat though, whole foot down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. Catch your breath. Think about your position here. Wide feet, booty tuck it. Remember ugly butt, ribs down. And then we're gonna cross, we're gonna bring our legs long. 3, 2, ready, you go, cross. So, this does not have to be super fast. It's gonna be a little bit more torquey on the back if it is, but let's make sure we're using your hip, your torso, your upper back, bam, throw that out there, punch it, punch it, punch it. You got it, 20 seconds, come on, go. Strong through the arms, shoulders, push, 15 seconds. Like you were actually pushing something. Get it out of your way, bam. It's gotta move, so you gotta put something behind that punch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice job, breathe for a second. Inhale, exhale. We're gonna lie back down and that leg lower. Both legs are up, or you can keep your knees bent. That's your modification. We're gonna start the right leg, going down in 3, 2, and we go low and slow. Now, here's your adjustment. Low back doesn't like it, bend your knees, tap your heel. So we're just gonna really shorten that range of motion. Still forces us to contract through the core and fight the arch. Now give it a little mental muscle. Someone's just giving their ankle a little pull, trying to get it to the ground. You're like, no way. Bring it back up. No, I can't do it. Bring it back up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. If you need to rest your legs, set it down for a second. I know, right? All that blood rushing. Take it back up. Here we go. Left leg and lower. Pull, squeeze. Oh, yeah. So good. So good. So low and slow. Pull it back up. Put that little mental muscle there. Someone's tugging on it. You won't let them. Don't let it touch. Really got to pull in. Don't worry about how low the leg goes. Worry about how hard you contract to keep your back from arching. And just make sure your low back doesn't get cranky. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, put your legs down. And then take your time sitting up. That's a lot of high heart rate and then laying down on your back with your legs in the air. So, don't stand up right away. Take your time to let that blood settle out. And then once you feel okay, you can get up and get your water. And we're going to go one more round of all of that mess. And my fear one day is I'll be watching and someone will never pop back up and will be like, oh my God, are they okay? It happens sometimes if the camera freezes or something. And then you're like, oh Jesus, are you all right? Good. And then you never know about the folks who turn their camera off altogether. I imagine sometimes they just went in the other room and left it on and forget to. You could, I would have no idea. Okay, last round. We got skaters, we got crosses, we got leg lowers. We are about halfway done now with today's workout. So let's dig in, let's get skaters. 3, 2, and we go skaters. So, since this is our last time doing skaters, you can decide, like, do I have a little bit of gas left in my legs? We're not completely done with legs, closer to being done with legs? How is this 380 number a Columbus, Ohio number, please? I don't buy that shit. Scammers. Anybody else getting heck a bunch of scammer phone calls right now? 15 seconds. I usually get a lot, but it's been ridiculous. 10 seconds, stay low. Keep going. Push that pace just a tiny bit. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work. We're going into that cross punch. Breathe for a second. So I want powerful. Use your hips, your core. Ready, and let's go. Cross, cross, cross. So just let your legs be light on the feet. The hips and the knees are rotating in a little bit. Really tight through your core. If not, we're not doing enough to support the twist of the low back. Keep that core tight. You can also take out the twisting and punch to the front if it were to bother your low back. Punch, punch, powerful. I'd rather have you slow this down and put more muscle into it than go quick. 10 seconds. With either way, it's gonna get your heart rate up. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Nice work. Okay, breathe for a second. Inhale and exhale. Deep breaths. Before we lie down. Last set of those leg lowers. So we're gonna sit first. All right. Remember the main goal here is not to arch your back. Keep your low back flat. Taking it all the way to the ground, legs in the air. Draw your belly button into your spine, flatten your low back. You can bend your knees if you need to. Let's take that right leg down, and you go down. Elevate lift. So again, who's giving that ankle a little tug, little pull? Extend that leg long, just like you did in your dead bug, and then pull, fight that arch, don't let it arch. You can always bend your knees, tap your heel. Your low back is like, no thank you. You don't like this, 10 seconds. You gotta listen to your back. It does a lot for you. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. If you need to rest your legs, put them down for a second. I started adding that because I'd always see people's legs come down like, whoo, let some of that blood come out of your legs. All right, back up. Here we go. Left leg, and we lower down. If you've ever, or you've not ever, tried the legs up the wall, which is this position, but your legs up against the wall, and your butt's all the way to the wall. It's a fantastic exercise. It's really good for circulation, 15 seconds. It's really good for like calming, like before bed. 10 seconds, it just feels really nice. Woo. We have 5 seconds, keep fighting that pull, no arching. Squeeze, 2, last one. Woo, bring your legs down. Remember, you can sit up, but don't stand up just yet. I'm gonna start our rest, no longer rest. We have one more set of 3, but we're gonna do it 3 times, of course. We probably have about 10-15 minutes in the workout itself. I sped this up from this morning, so we'll see how this last one goes. This next exercise, or next circuit, you can come up whenever you're ready. This next circuit has an exercise in it for triceps. I'm going to offer you the option of doing it like a push-up, but that is a challenging exercise. So if you have any shoulder or wrist issues or elbow issues, I'm going to show an alternate. Please go ahead and do that one if the press-up does not work for you. And let's talk about it now. It's not the first exercise, but we'll talk about it now. So, if you want to do the tricep push-up, the difference between a tricep push-up is normally in a regular push-up, our hands are out like this. In a tricep push-up, we're here. So we still want, wrists and elbows and hands in line, but you're up against your body. Now, there is something that happens for a lot of us in a tricep push-up. If you go all the way to the floor, that tends to look like this. Like if I go all the way down because of the way my upper back is, in a tricep push-up, I get this, which is really icky on your shoulder joint. It should look like that. If you can get to the floor on a tricep push-up and your shoulder looks like that, go ahead and do it. If not, you're gonna stop wherever you don't start to get this icky. If you have issues, and you can do these on your knees, which we'll talk about when we get there. If you have issues with your shoulders, your elbows, your wrists, you can take a long band or a mini band, and you hold it and pull on it and push down and squeeze the back of your arms, but you gotta tug on that band really hard. So on this one, it would look like put your hands inside, press your hands out, push down, squeeze. We'll get to that. I'll go over that a little bit again, but in your mind, know which one one you're gonna do so that when I talk about it, you're ready. And before we do that, we're gonna do butt kickers. So our cardio is high impact, low impact. We're just kicking yourself in the butt. That's it. 3, 2, ready, butt kickers, let's go. So low impact is here. We're getting down in the legs. We're pulling those heels back. You want high, we're running it up. We're just gonna pump the arms, we're gonna kick that booty. So again, totally optional whether you wanna do high or low impact. Think about your joints. We're gonna try to get the heart rate up. That was one heck of a hairball, you guys. Oh my goodness. All right. You're losing so much hair. I'm surprised it happened in less. 10 seconds. Come on, sit down on that. So even if it's low impact, it's not low intensity. High intensity. High intensity. Just a different impact. 4, 3, 2, 1. So in the tricep press up, if you're going to do the push-up version, you can be on your toes. If you can do it on your toes, you can come to your knees and do it on your knees. Otherwise, find your band. I'm going to do that band press down. Okay? Pick your poison. We got everyone set up. We have 3, 2, ready, you go. So if you're doing that push-up version, you can have your knees down, and you also don't have to go all the way to the floor. Pull your shoulders back. Try not to let that shoulder slide forward. For some of us, it's like next to impossible. It just happens no matter what. Hug the elbows against the body. 10 seconds. You got it. I feel like everyone must be doing the press up because I see no one. Well, I can see Megan, but she's on the floor. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, sit up so you can see me. In this exercise, we're either going to be on your hand with your hand right below your shoulder and on one knee, or you can also do this lying all the way down. You can also do it on your forearm and one knee. Pick the one that suits your shoulders best. What we're going to do in this side position, side lying below shoulder or knee, is we're going to lift, knee comes in, leg goes out, drop it. So leg comes up, knee comes in, leg goes out, it goes down. Either way, we're going to work the side of that booty. So pick your setup. You're on your forearm and your knee, your hand and your knee, or you're going to lie all the way flat on your side, and I'll go through all 3. Just make sure that hand is right below your shoulder. Ready? Here we go. We're going to lift, tuck it in, press it out, lower it. Forearm would look like this. Lift, tuck it in, press it out, lower it. Lying flat will look like this. Lift, tuck it in, press it out, lower it. So either way, we're working that side body. Now, 10 seconds. Try not to move anything but your leg. Everything else is super still. Just the leg. Lift, in, out, down, lift. Last one, in, out, down. All right, switch sides. Come on to that other side. Whatever version you did on the other one, you can do here unless you have one arm or one shoulder that's real achy. We're on the knee, push the hips forward. I got to slide over with the weight in my way. Push the hips forward. We're in like a side plank position. Ready, we go. Lift, knee in, foot out, drop, lift, knee in, take it out, lower. So even when you bring your knee in, I don't want you to move anything but your leg, just your leg. Yeah, so the torso is still, the arm or the forearm, if you're on it, push it down. If you're lying flat, that's cool too. You're really still gonna feel this in your leg and your butt. Oh yeah, push it in, pull it out, whatever, send that backwards. Give me one more here, up, in, out, lower, rest. Woo, very nice, very, very nice. Good work. That's one will be at ankle weights. We could do ankle weights, wouldn't that be fun? All right, water. One more, we have butt kickers. We got our tricep. I feel like almost everyone went for the press up. I'll be right back. I'm gonna throw this hairball away. All right. One more round, starting with, or sorry, 2 more rounds. 2 more. As the day goes on, I start to lose track of how many times I've done this. Okay, we have butt kickers, high and low impact, high intensity, no matter what. Ready? And you go here, or we're here. You can still take this low, pump your arms, kick your booty, and make this super high intensity without the impact. Or you're like, let's get it. We're gonna power power through, doesn't matter. Remember what I said earlier too. You don't have to do the same level for the whole 30 or 40 seconds. It's 40 seconds. You don't have to. You could go for 5 seconds. You could drop it down. It all depends on what serves you best today. What do you want to get out of this? How do you want to challenge yourself? 10 seconds. Maybe you don't. That's okay too. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. If you're doing it with a band, remember that we're going to push out, press. That push is really important. Otherwise, come down on the knees or the toes if you're crazy. You're going into that tricep push-up. Before you do it, pull your shoulders down, press your chest out. Ready? And we go down and up. So, I can't emphasize this enough that this doesn't have to be all the way down. Pay attention to what's happening at your shoulder joint. You can also shift a little more weight back into your legs. Make a little less challenge for the upper body. You get to choose. It's totally up to you. What's going to suit you best? How are you going to feel like you were like, okay, that was a good challenge today. But without causing any pain. 10 seconds. You always have that band press down option if it's needed. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Relax. So coming onto your side. If we have issues with the side plank, either forearm or elbow, lay all the way flat. Otherwise, we're going to come up into that one knee down. So I like to come up to tall kneel, which is both knees down, and then stick this leg out, and then come down like that. Because I want this shoulder, this arm right below my shoulder. I don't want you out here. Same thing if you're on your forearm. It's got to be right underneath. Then this leg's going to come up in, push out. Ready? Here we go. So lift the leg, it's straight out. Then we're going to pull it in. Now push through your heel. And then lower it nice and slow. So we come up, tuck the knee, push that heel out, lower. Pay attention to what's happening in the middle. If you do this right, you don't have to have a ton of weight on your hand either. Your knee's holding a lot of your body weight. It's not quite as much as like a side plank would be. I also sometimes will go fingertips. My arms are really short, so this helps. 10 seconds to go up. Bring it in, push it up. Lower it. Keep tucking your hips forward. Don't let your butt sag back. Don't let your hips go back. We're keeping that butt up just like we were in a side plank last one. Lower. Switch sides. So this setup is very much like a side plank in a way. So maybe we go tall kneel, stick that leg out, and then we just whoop, straight down onto that arm. Keep that weight centered over the shoulder. Here we go. Ready? Push your hips forward now. Leg comes up, knee comes in, push through your heel, lower it slow. Lift it. So when you set your leg down, let's try not to put any weight on it. Like you might feel the floor, like, oh, there's the floor. Come back up. Tuck the knee. When you tuck the knee, we don't want to round the back. The torso is not doing anything. I mean, it's holding, stabilizing, but it's not moving. It's all in that leg. Lower. So we're going up, in. Remember, you always have a forearm option. You can lie totally flat on your side. Sometimes I don't repeat that every time because I figure you got it the first time. 4, 3, 2, finish it. Lower. Nice job. Woo! Take a breather. We'll have one more round. One more round. We got butt kickers. We got triceps. We got that knee tuck and lift. Woo. Hopefully you guys are still with me, doing okay. If you're still here, that's good. Sometimes people disappear, not really. All right. A little bit of water, not too much, because we're going to be jumping around right away. But we've got this last set. So when it's our last set, you get to decide how much energy do I have left? Do I want to push anything a little harder? Do I want to take it up a notch? Do I really want to like get it all out? Or we're like, cool, let's just finish this and use a little bit more energy. So we're starting with our butt kickers. 4, 3, 2, we go. Kick it. So maybe we're here. Maybe we're here. Remember that if your joints are okay with high impact and maybe it's your cardio that's not, you can always play with doing it for a little bit and then coming back to it. Something to work towards, something to just get better at. You got it. Now, if you're doing low impact, I want you to sit lower. Get down on your legs. If you're doing high impact, I want you to get those arms a little bigger, like you were sprinting, like big. So we're gonna take this challenge up just a little bit, whether you're doing high or low, just a little bit. So we're only gonna do 5 more seconds. Here, 3, 2, 1, you're done, very nice, okay. That tricep band option is still there, where we're gonna push out, pull down and squeeze. Otherwise, coming down to the floor, over here. So, your choice, make sure you got your breath going. Ready, and you go. So either you're pushing down, or my people in the band, you're either tugging it or pushing. That's super important. So never let up on the tension that you have on the band, because that's going to help this back of the arm squeeze really get more intense. If you're on your knees, you don't have to go all the way down. What's happening at your shoulder? Shoulder's okay, pull the elbows in. Make sure the hands aren't too far inside. They shouldn't be inside where the elbows are. Less than 10. And then don't forget your core. We don't want to let anything be sagging. One way to do that, tricep press up. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. So come to the floor. You can lie all the way on your side. Or if we're doing this one, we're going to come tall kneeling, one leg out, falling on either to the hand or the forearm. Personally, the forearm's a little more challenging from a core standpoint, but this hand is a little more challenging to your shoulder. So get it right underneath your shoulder, tuck your hips forward, here we go. We're gonna lift, bring the knee towards the chest, push through the heel, drop it down. Lift. Now, you obviously feel the booty and the leg that is up on the top. See if you can squeeze your other butt cheek. Yeah, I know, right? Press it out, lower it slow, don't let it rest on the ground, pull the knee in, take it out, lower it slow, straight up. Knee comes in, leg is straight out from your side. You got it, you guys. Let's finish 10 seconds with so much good. So focused, control. Oh yeah, we're almost there. 2, finish, give me one more. Finish that breath, you got it. Set it down, switch sides. Other side. Remember, you can always fingertip it too. Here, so tall kneel, leg goes out. We're just gonna fall right into it. So I personally like to kind of fingertip or cup the floor. T-Rex arms. All right, push your hips forward. Ready, we go. Lift, knee in, push through the heel, slow lower. Lift, tuck. If you're lying totally on your side, this looks exactly the same. Still not gonna bend at the torso. We're still gonna push strong through the heel. We're just giving our shoulders less work. Sometimes that's the right thing to do. You got 15 seconds. We're going up. Tuck it, push it, slow. Barely touch the ground here. In, push through that heel. Down, last one, bring it in. Push it out. Drop it down, nice work, everybody. Flip it over on your back, let's stretch. We got it done. In time, perfect. We're gonna stretch with our figure 4 to start. So, one foot over the opposite knee. We'll draw that leg into our figure 4. And just breathe. Nice deep breath into the nose. Out through your mouth. I've really been trying to keep these, especially the noontime ones and the morning ones, to about 45 minutes and then 5 minutes of stretch. Just because I know, especially in the morning or in the afternoon, sometimes we've got to jump back to work. Plus, we don't foam roll together. So that takes out about 5 minutes of class. Go ahead and switch sides here. So that's why these are just a tiny bit adjusted. I do encourage you to do that foam rolling on your own though. I know personally I've been very neglectful and I'm paying for it big time. So I don't want that to happen to you. So try to make some time to do your rolling. If you can hop on like 5 minutes early and just sit and roll while we wait, that works too. From here, hug the knees and we'll roll to seated. Take both legs out in front, and then we take one foot over the opposite knee. And we're going to grab the opposite arm, so twisting over the leg. Sit up nice and tall here. Don't forget that breathing. We're trying to bring your system back down. I've talked a lot about exercise as self-care right now, and I know you guys well enough to know, those of you who are doing this consistently, it is self-care for you. That's how you view it. Go ahead and switch sides. How you've always viewed it since I met you and probably long before. So It's a good stressor. So it does stress your body. It's a good stressor, but it's very important that we allow our system to come back down and recover from our exercise. Because if we layer exercise on an already overstressed system and we don't allow ourselves to come down and recover, then we're just adding stress on stress. Go ahead and come up to standing. Which is no good, right? It's like putting layers of nail polish on top of layers of nail polish. It doesn't work. It's a disaster. So from here, round it forward, draw the belly button into the spine, drop the shoulders down from the ears. And so that can just simply mean, in these 5 to 10 minutes after we're done working out, we breathe nicely, deeply, fully. We get our water, we have a nutritious lunch. Even if there's something else nutritious afterwards, it's okay. Try to get at least something nutritious. Take it back behind, roll the shoulders down back there. No judgment over here, friends. None. But anyways, just allow yourself to try to bring your system back down so that your exercise is a good stress and then your body goes, all right, I feel more resilient. I feel stronger. I feel better. That's what it should really be about. Right arm across, we're going to hug that in. So one arm, shoulder. Let's see what else. Tomorrow will be a Strength 2 hybrid. If you're around and you want to work out tomorrow, I'm kind of excited about it. Modified it a little bit from previous weeks. Go ahead and switch sides. Doing stuff in a little different way that we don't normally to add challenge without being able to add weight. So I'm excited about tomorrow, but Thursday will be circuits. Friday looks like Strength 3, which is also one of my favorite workouts of the week. And then Saturday, circuits. Hands to the thighs, and roll the shoulders back, press your chest out, slide it down. Let's first find flat back. So like in deadlift position. So we're going to talk about mid-shin. Let's let the back of the legs, maybe the calves even a little bit, get a stretch here. And then once we're comfortable with that, we're like, okay, maybe I want to get into my low back a little bit. Then I can slide the hands down to the ankles or feet. Make sure your head is down so that our eyes are looking at the floor, not kicking our neck back. And we're just feeling how the whole back of the body here can open up. Stretch a little bit. And then we'll pull it in, round it all the way. Nice and slow. Shoulders up and back. Oh my gosh, such good stuff. Woo. 3 of those, and then I like to finish. Arms come up, we inhale through the nose. Big deep breath. Exhale it out through your mouth, blow it out. Yeah, let's go one more here. Big deep breath in. Big breath out. Please give yourself a round of applause, a pat on the back. Thank you for being amazing. Thank you for being there. Let me turn this.